guys have fun now, enjoy yourself, and our posting of our programs are on the, you might snap a picture of that.
We're going to go to the Nike missile site after the first stop, second stop. Then we go to the cypress trees. Then we go to Pahioki Overlook.
Oh, wow.
They don't really want to bother each other, but there could be a territorial thing. And the big one there, that is the alligator. However, the American crocodile, as in other crocodiles, can get bigger than the American alligator. However,
That's Richard, our personal tour guide.
so this is the sawgrass. They probably explained to you that it has sharp edges.
Yes.
Well, you can only barely feel those edges if you run your hand upward. As soon as you would go downward, those little edges would bite right into you. And if you press hard enough,
I can see them even.
yeah.
They're teeny tiny.
And it's technically not even a grass. Like for example, a picture of the gallon right here. It doesn't do that very good. But it does show you the size of the feet.
But hey, it's better than I was doing. Where are we? We're about here. Okay, so we're going to go out this way. It's not very far, just a couple minute walk. And these guys are actually, about a week ago, I was looking at this and said, why in the world does he need such a long stick? Because the water's only this deep, right? And he's just poling along. You know what he puts in those tubs? He's gigging frogs. Oh.
Frogs.
Yeah, I don't know how he goes back home. Not that they had places this big, but any place that was an opening of from trees that, and grassy, they call it a glade. They would call it a glade, like in England, right? Well, here they would say it looks like a glade, but it goes on forever. So how did it get shortened? I'm glad you asked. The story is that the paper was folded over one day and covered the first three letters. Yeah. And they shortened it to Everglades. I think it's got a nice ring to it.
I love the cypress trees.
Called Sweetwater. Here. All those.
Is that a different frog?
I
didn't know if it was a bug or maybe a little frog.
A tree that might normally take only 10 years to grow could be 25 years old. Because they get to a certain point and they just can't get, I don't want touch that.
But they said it's real important.
It is. It's got a name. It's called periphyton.
Okay.
P-E-R-I, from the word perimeter.
And it's no fun to canoe through it.
I bet not.
We just were on 9 Mile Lake canoeing through this park.
Oh, actually it's algae. It's an organic live material. It filters the water. It's capable of absorbing tons of pollutants from the north. And what are the pollutants? Fertilizers. Certainly pesticides. But it can only absorb a certain amount of it. So if too much of that water, that laden water gets down here, this could be killed off.
Look at this mahogany.
This thing was huge at one time.
That's phenomenal. We're in a mahogany hammock.
The theory is that it got hit by lightning. Either before it was in this condition or after it was in this condition. I think it was probably before. Because it burned right up to the past where, you know, the fork is up there.
Oh yeah.
And that could have weakened it enough where a hurricane was able. When a tree is that big, it's approaching. Well, it's a third smaller than the other big one we saw, right? Roughly. It's got a tremendous sail. Its upper portions catch tremendous amounts of wind, and we get tremendous amounts of wind all hurricane season, on and off all hurricane.
Plumes.
Those are breeding plumes, and those are the ones they were shot for.
I can see how that's spongy under there.
Alligator, once she's mature, pretty much 5 or 6 years old, mama alligator will have 30 to 50 babies every year. That's a double-crested cormorant, a tropical diving bird, and right out there you see
How much is
a lot of American wood storks out there.
Everglades National Park.
So alligators and the Burmese python are on the top of the food chain. Do they eat each other? Yes, they do from time to time. You guys know the difference between alligator and a crocodile, right? Snout, right? Size no more if you have some alligators. You know, it's great food, so there's no stress in that, right? Just sit back, hang out. That's why when you go to Alligator Farm in Orlando or in St. Augustine, you see how the alligators look so big there, right? It's $8 an hour, and for every sneak